So I've got this bike frame here, and I've been thinking about maybe building it up as a single speed. It's a Globe Vienna 03 by Specialized, and it's a city bike with a large frame. The problem that I have with it is the frame is a little bit small for me. It's a little bit cramped, particularly in the cockpit. And the reach just feels a little bit cramped for me, so it's not ever probably going to be the ideal bike for me. So that gets me on to thinking about if I do build it as a single speed. And I have in the past had this bike up and running as a geared bike. It wasn't perfect at that stage for various reasons. There was a bit of an issue with the rear wheel I'd acquired for it, being a disc wheel and the hub on the wheel being a centre mount, not a 6-bolt, and me having 6-bolt rotors and not wanting to spend money on buying an adapter for it. So already in many ways this bike has given me a bit of a lesson on what it means to be beyond economic repair. I got the bike quite cheaply. It doesn't owe me much at all. I'm attached a little bit to the idea that I can sell the frame as it sits for a fairly reasonable amount of money. Overall, once the bike is built, I don't think that there's going to be more than, say, or it's going to be worth more than $100 to $150. I tend to feel just generally with bikes that if I've built a bike, particularly if I've put tyres on it, I end up having around $300 in a bike. So it's a bit of an odd one. I mean, I could build it up. If I do build it up, I need to use as many parts as I've already got. I do have some parts still off this bike. I've got the brakes, the rim brakes still. And I can't remember, oh no, I do know what I did with the cranks, so I don't have the cranks. But I do have a few parts off this bike that would be able to go back on. In terms of the history of this bike, it's in many ways it's interesting to me. It appears that it's come over from the UK. It's from Putney Cycles, which is in London, and apparently not a shop that exists anymore. When I bought it, it appeared, well, when I bought it, the story was that it needed a spoke replacing in the rear wheel, and I thought, that's easy, I've got spokes. But when I got it home, or on closer inspection, the spoke nipple had actually pulled through the rim, and the rim was cracked and damaged in several places. The whole bicycle was pretty much covered in engine oil, and it appears that probably it had been hit by a car. That said, though, it is a little bit rough in places, but I've ridden it and there's no particular sign of the frame being bent. So what do you guys think? Shall we do a single speed bike build, or shall we just leave it sitting in the corner hoping that somebody comes along and buys it one day? Thoughts, ideas, suggestions, welcome in the comments.